Hello, hello, and welcome to another Albion EU video. This time we're going to try and go into the Black Zone, but usually it never goes that well. Especially with my luck, I'll probably just end up getting ganked. But I kind of want to go out there and see how the vein farming is out in the Black Zone. I know, like, the biggest threat is obviously, like, other players. You'd, like, run into Zergs of people, and as a solo, there's not a lot of you can do. So, we're not going to go too expensive, because obviously I'm pretty sure we're going to die. So our set here is just a 4.1, like, full casting build. So like everything is cloth, and then I'm using the druidic shoes because you have like the third passive there, which is also cast speed. So all the passive cast speed and the passive on the my great frost is as well as on the cast speed stuff. So just all the passives on full cast speed. We got the scholar robe for the even more cast speed. We got the scholar cowl for like a little bit of mana. If we're getting hit, we get this little mana back, but it's not too important because I don't think we're not gonna have too many mana issues. Usually by the time my full combo is gone, like most mobs are dead, or I'm just like beating them up with what's left of my cast beats, and yeah, we're just running the blink. Blink. We're using the icicle. I believe it's the second Q. I already forgot, but yeah, the icicle spam build. And another thing we have here with Great Frost is we have the E. But what's great about this build is that you could pretty much swap out every Frost weapon and it could still do the exact same thing. The E's won't be as effective though. I like the Great Frost E because it's long range and it does big damage and you can use it twice. So, I mean, that's why it's Great Frost is just the best Frost, kind of. I don't know, Chill Hell may be better, but it's more of like a kitey play kind of thing. And then like I could go on with all the other ones, but like the prism, with the we like to call the pine cone, big E damage, with the stun with it as well. But anyways, yeah, Great Frost is what we're using because it's got that good AOE clears. And yeah, first thing first, we just picked out a zone we wanted to go to. You want to hit like a tier 7. I don't know about tier 8. Tier 8 seems like it'd be a little bit too dangerous. Everyone's always camping the shit out of tier 8, but if you get like a tier 6, tier 7 zone and just farm mobs, then we do some good work out there. You kind of want to go for those like grouped mobs. When you see like a big pack of them, you can take those out, or if you see like the shiny ones, like the ones that are glowing red, those will give you a bit more fame. They're a little bit harder to kill, but they'll give you more fame and more silver. And that's also something that's great about these open world mobs is that I think it's the best fame for like mob kills. I don't know, maybe the Abbey is the same, but I think like in the tier 6 zone I'm getting like I believe it was like 8,000 for like the normal mobs, and obviously a lot less for like the smaller ones. And then the like the red shiny mobs are giving me like 14,000 fame or something like that, so it was pretty decent. And I killed a boss there, like the I call it like the ring boss, when the one that has like a little yellow circle on the bottom of it. And you have like the star ones that have like the spiky circle under it. And anyways, that ring boss gave me like 70,000, so that's about like the same as an Avalonian mob out in the roads. A little bit more for it though, so it is pretty decent fame. And depending on what zone, how far away you get from like some of the portal zones, I think you'll find a lot less competition. Sometimes these zones will be like completely dead, and it also depends on what time you're playing. Like if you play at the right time, you'll find yourself some pretty dead zones. Yeah, and one thing here that I do all the time is I always like leave the range of my mount, which I probably shouldn't do because having your mount there next to you is just like an extra little layer of security. Like someone shows up, you can always just mount up and run away. But yeah, it is what it is. I love fighting people regardless. Like I'll fight to the death if I have to. And look at this, I get so lucky that I find this legendary little like crate carrier for the Avalonian stuff, and then there's someone else just happens to be there because I saw a Zerg there. That's why I was trying to leave the zone. There was a Zerg there, and they just happened to run into me with the invis, and I was just like, oh my fucking god, bro, why me? I finally, I think it's the first legendary like little Avalonian crate carrier that I've ever seen, and then I just happened to run into that fat fucking ZVZ build or group that's just running through, and it is what it is.
No, why, bro? Why does the blob have to run into me there?
It's all good though. We'll try again. I did manage to sneak out 180k, but this time I don't think we're gonna take our tools. I took my tools the first time thinking that I was actually gonna be able to like get something, because sometimes people will leave like six ones or I don't know, 4 2s or something are out there, and randomly like you if you're lucky enough you might be able to hit some of those. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I died there, and I'm most likely gonna run into more people because it's basically prime time for EE right now. So it was a really bad time to be taking out some stuff. So anyways, I geared up again. It looks like I'm just gonna go next. I decided to go to a different zone since I just died going towards that one, and those guys probably like like not sticking around, but they're going to be like maybe a couple zones further where I was trying to go. So I was like, yeah, we'll just go a different path. All right, so here I spotted a guy, a little bow guy, just trying to like, fame farm, killing mobs, and I ate my food and just prepped to go get him. And luckily for me, he had absolutely no health. Thing is, I used my sprint to catch up to him, so here I'm just kind of like just chasing him, waiting for my blink to come back so I can hit him and keep him in combat. But I think he was using his snares on me, so he's keeping himself in combat. He should have just like full reset and tried to fight me with full health, but instead he just, I don't know, he wanted to get greedy with the snares or something. You barely see it there, but I did spot another guy that was dismounted. I thought it was his teammate. I was expecting someone else to come running at me here, but luckily for me, they didn't. And this is when the bloodlust like just comes to me. It's like I kill one guy and I'm like, man, I'm gonna go for this other guy, even though I don't know what it is. And once I see he's using like the longbow, I was like, ah, it's another easy kill. I did a tiny misplay here. Like I wanted to blink sooner, but because I'm casting my Q, everything else has like a small cooldown because I'm busy casting. So I could have jumped out of it sooner if I wasn't so greedy. But yeah, I took a little bit of damage there, but I knew it was like still pretty good. I still had a gig pot and everything, and luckily for me, the guy was like had a lot of knockback stuff, so that gig pot was huge for me in this fight. And then it's just bursting him down. And here, I'm not a fan of like having like after fighting somebody or being outlaw, you don't have your mount. Like I wish I could just like mount up here, but and I gotta sit here awkwardly as a guy just stares at me before I can get my mount and just walk back. And I'm already got like a shit ton of silver worth on me. Like my set was what like 40k, and I'm here with like 700. So yeah, I think it's go time to go and stash this stuff. All right, here's another annoying thing. So because I was in combat there with other players and I killed them, I'm an outlaw right now and I can't go into the safe zone. So I have to like wait it out. And one thing to do is you could probably just go into like the mist here. Like I have a little wisp, and I decided to go into the mist. It is still dangerous to do so. Like, but I think it's a lot safer than just standing out there and waiting for some like ZVZ guys to see you just waiting outside the portal. So yeah, I decided to go in the mist, and here you just play it safe. Play along the edges, just kill some mobs. Don't go for any objectives. And, yeah, get a little bit of fame farming in while you're waiting for your outlaw thingy to disappear. And you can keep track of it by looking up at your little, all the status effects that are going on under your portrait. Yeah, what a shame that we have so much loot on us. If I didn't have all this loot, I definitely would have gone for this fight. It was like everyone's like 4-2, 5-1, and I'm like, yeah, it's definitely doable. It'll be a lot of chaos, and people, it really depends on who's focusing who, but that's the kind of fights I enjoy with the Mist. It's just when everyone's a little, like, low gear, but they're, like, equivalent item power, and it's just, like, a whole mayhem. I think it's fun when it's just complete chaos, especially when they go for other people, not for me. When they don't focus me, that's a little shittier, but, shit happens, But anyways, my internet was being like choppy and cutting off after this recording, so I ended up just ending it here, and I think the video is already long enough for now. So I'm gonna end the journey there, and I'll do another one. Like I barely got to touch the black zone. I didn't even get to do much farming. I just went in there, found a legendary little Avalonian carrier thingy, and then like I died to a big group, and then I went back out and killed 2 people, and then I had to go back because I already had a shit ton of silver. It's like, yeah, goddamn. So I think the journey continues tomorrow. So for now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.